Obviously, as complete a game as we've played probably in a couple weeks, albeit for the start offensively in both halves, where I thought we were a little sloppy with the ball, missed some free throws and some paint shots to start the game with our fives. So we could have been a little better there, but I thought the last two-thirds of both halves offensively we were clicking, and then I thought defensively that's as good as we've played over 40 minutes in some time, defending a really, really, really big-time player in Turner, and a lot of other really good players and depth. And, I just thought that our guys were really locked in. I thought from an effort standpoint, an execution standpoint, a toughness standpoint, you put those three things together, it's probably the best we've played in a couple weeks.
John, what did you do? What kind of scheme did you use on Turner? I saw can you talk about it?
Yeah, I mean, we obviously, you see the film, it's no secret, we doubled them quite a bit. And I thought our guys did a good job of executing that.
Right now in the grand scheme of things, how significant is this win in your eyes, even with the rest of the season?
Yeah, no, it's a great question. Obviously, it counts. I always tell the guys this. There's 18 rounds in the boxing match, and every one counts the same. When you win, it's 1, and when you lose, it's 1. So let's don't get too worked up. I think the thing, though, that gets me the most excited about the game was the way we played. Obviously, we won. We're all excited about that. But, heck, we won the other day, too. Give Eastern credit. I thought they were terrific and outplayed us the other day. But I wasn't very happy after that one. I just didn't think we played well, even though we won. Us coaches are, cranky and cantankerous. But today, I think the thing, we played well, and you want to get your team playing well when you're hitting February and March, obviously. And I was concerned about that a little bit coming into this one because I didn't think we had played very well in the last, we played pretty well at Kent. That was a dogfight. But, in 2 or 3 of the other games surrounding that game, I thought we were just okay. And today I thought we played a lot better. We played like we're supposed to play with our effort and our energy and got contributions from a lot of guys and, looked like a team on the uptick in February. So that's probably what I take from it, more than anything.
You see your team growing just after a game like this, like you said before, where, this is still a team that hasn't done anything yet.
Yeah, no question. Managing expectations, right, Terry? I mean, it's a part of it. You're right. I mean, although Akron has had tremendous success, and as you and I talked when you were on campus, Terry, one of the reasons I came here is because of that. But you're right. These guys are going through that a little bit for the first time. And, I thought today we really, we practiced well the last 2 days. I had a gut feeling. I told my wife before the game, I said, we're going to play well tonight. I don't know what that means in terms of outcomes, but I think we're going to play well. You could just see it and feel it at shoot around and in practices. And, I'll continue to reference that with the guys, that's important. How you prepare is important. And I thought they prepared the right way. But, now we got another game on Friday, and it's not an automatic, and they're going to have to do it again and get ready to go on Friday night.
So what got them over the hump? Because the other day you were talking about the grind and how.
Yeah, I was concerned about that,
yeah,
right?
It was wearing on you.
Yeah,
What
because
got them over the hump?
obviously, I talked to them a lot about. I think teams this time of year have a cause. You have to have a cause. I think it's something that's going to make you, fire you up, put a little fire in your belly, and usually sometimes in January and February, you can. It's kind of like Wednesday's a hump day. People talk about being a hump day. You got to kind of grind through that to get to see the light at the end of the tunnel, and the weekend's coming. And I think I was concerned about that a little bit. Obviously, tonight we had it tonight. That doesn't mean you have it automatically, and I think a lot of that was the way that we practiced. I thought our preparation was good, and our leadership and chemistry has been terrific all year. And I've talked George. I mean, it's been great. I mean, they're really a great group to be around. But I thought we played extraordinarily motivated tonight, and we have to do that. The goal is to try to do that every game moving forward here to continue to get better as the season comes to a close here. I mean, we're within, I guess, right around a month. I think all of us will be in Cleveland. So, You know, and then some of those seniors, I think the other part of it too, George, for them, I give them those marbles, and they have to give me a marble before every game. And I think, I heard a couple of them say, man, there's not very many marbles left in my bag, man. The hourglass is dwindling.
Although there's a marble for each game.
Yeah, yeah. So they're just trying to get them to understand, man, it's a privilege to be a student athlete, to play at Akron, to do this, take advantage of every game, every day. I think, a lot of different things, I think that you're trying to push buttons on, but I thought, tonight we had it. We'll see if we can have it again on Friday.
It's a tough stretch though, John. 4 and 5 on the road now, starting with Central Michigan.
Yeah.
It's a Friday night game. You don't have much turnaround.
No, it's quick.
And a long trip.
Yeah, no question.
To Mount Pleasant.
Yeah, the one thing about our group has played well on the road. They have. I think part of it is we've got a pretty connected group. We've got leadership. We've got older guys. We've got some experienced guys. And we're going to have to play well. You know that. I mean, if you try to predict right now in this league, that's a tough deal because there's a lot of really good teams, really good coaches, really good players. There's an extraordinary level of parity in the league this year, I think. So, it takes a great effort. The best team that plays the best that night wins. It's not necessarily who's ranked higher or who's, in what place, or you got to play well.
John, why do you think this year we talked about the chemistry's been good all year, and that was, I guess last year that was not necessarily the case. What happened?
I think, I wouldn't say necessarily that it was, I'm not trying to certainly say we didn't have any at all. I just think this year, in the past, this year has been, these guys really, really like each other. They like playing with each other. They really care about each other. And I think our leadership with Jackson, as well as the other seniors, he's kind of the guy that spearheads it as the quarterback and really gives us a level head in there. But the other seniors have been that way too and have really bought into that. And, they're really, really connected. They've got really good chemistry. It's fun to be around them, that's for sure.
He sounds like a coach when he talks.
Yeah, no, his dad's. He's played for his dad. Dad's a really good coach. He's been around it his whole life, and he understands what's going on. He challenges me. I like it. I mean, it really challenges you to really be on top of your stuff because he's really sharp, and he makes me better as a coach.
You had a chance to look at Central at all during this week?
What happens is by the time you get this deep, George, into league play and you start watching some of these games, like, Central just played Bowling Green, recently. Okay. So I saw that film. So that's, I've seen Central play a few of these teams that we've been preparing for. And I know that they are high-octane offense. They're extremely fast. I know DeLeo is now the MAC all-time leading three-point field goal shooter in the history of the league. And they've got shot makers and speed and tempo, and you got to have your track shoes ready to go when you play them. And they're great on the glass. They play with a lot of energy. They pose a lot of matchup problems because they'll put 5 guys out there that can dribble, pass, and shoot, and they're elite offensively. I mean, they're a load on that end. So our defense will be really tested and challenged.
It's big, but this is what we expect. This is what we expect to be. We worked our butt off all summer and all fall preparing for this, and we try to stay together and take each punch. So this is big for us, and we expected this.
Yeah, this is a big win. We just got to keep going.
What is the difference primarily from tonight when you guys seemingly had it all together as opposed to last week or last Saturday when you were lucky to come out of that one with a victory?
I think they're different defenses. I think we normally play like this when teams play man. The zone kind of, I wouldn't say shock us, but it slowed us down. We couldn't really get into the sets we wanted to. But tonight was like how we normally play.
I also think we just picked up our talk on defense, and we fed off our defense, and that led to some of our plays on offense. So at the end, that's what we've been working on in practice, just picking up our talk and just talking to each other and being more of a team communicating instead of just being out there.
You know, there are 8 more games or 7 more games after this one, I think. But was this one you needed tonight? Did you have to have it?
Yeah, I think so. I thought it was a must-win. I think our guys felt like it was a must-win as well. But we feel like every game's a must-win. So we're just trying to take it one at a time, trying to go 1-0 every day. So you just got to focus on the next game mentality each game.
Tyler, when you bring in, I was just looking at the roster, you have kids from all over the place, really.
Yeah.
From almost one end of the country to another and come together. How does that become a team on the floor?
I mean, I think you just build relationships. I don't think you just become a team. Like when we first got here this summer, we wasn't a team. Like Coach, he preaches that. You have to become a team. You have to learn each other, the way to talk to each other, the way to, just figure guys out. Because you can't just come in and say something to somebody if they don't like the way you say it. So I think we became a team just by talking to each other, hanging around each other. We go to each other's houses, play games, normal teenagers. So.
What else about that?
Yeah. Yeah, I think that was our main focus this summer, was making sure that we were together and that we're a team. I feel like last year we weren't a team. We were just guys that were just put together. We were a group. So this year I feel like we're a team, and that's what our main focus was. The seniors coming in, also myself, when our freshmen came in, just making sure we're always hanging out, we're always doing stuff together, and just making sure we know each other. So when times get tough, we can lean on each other, and we love each other. So we don't want to let each other down.
Was that a fear that you could have a repeat again of last year in terms of because clearly you guys got talent,
Mhm.
but
Yeah, definitely. We thought we that hindered us big time last year. We were a very capable team last year, but us not being a team is what made us lose games. And usually you see that when teams go on a road, when you can't win games on a road, that's usually because you're not a team and you're not together. So I think that's what one thing that we just tried to focus on this whole summer.
The prior 5 games, what did that stretch where you guys were up and down, what did that teach you?
It taught us not to take anybody for granted. I feel like some games we kind of took for granted. We thought it was just going to be easy to go in there and just beat them because we felt like we were more talented than them. But it humbled us, and I feel like that helps. That helps. It's better that we lose early than lose late. So I feel like that was a good humbling experience for us and good learning experience as well.
Chiefs, talk about the defense on turn. He came in averaging 25 points a game his last 6. He had a field goal with about 10 minutes left. No other field goals the rest of the game. I mean, what was the plan and did it work?
I think Cheno did a really good job guarding him, and we did some things to get the ball out of his hands to slow him down. I can't say what we did, but we did some things to get the ball out of his hands, try to slow him down. I mean, he's a scorer. He's going to get his buckets. But what we got to do, we just got to make it hard for him, and that's what we did tonight.
You started off with 16 in the first half. They made an adjustment. What did you do to get back on?
I just tried to read the defense. That's pretty much all, and just stay aggressive. These guys always tell me to stay aggressive. So I just try to read the defense, just see how they were guarding and how they were doing, and see where I can get my shots at. So that's pretty much it. Teams have been throwing different defenses at me the last couple games, so just trying to read and react and see how I can get my looks and how I can help the team win any way I can.
I mean, I know you guys are tied for first now, but what does the win mean?
It's huge. You don't want to take that L at home.
Yeah, you don't want to take the L at home, and you just want to go 1-0. At the end of the day, it's another game. So we just got to focus on the next one. We got the Chippewas on Friday, so just got to focus on that.
Looking forward, I think they're the number 1 offense in the MAC, close to it.
I think we are.
Something like that. I'm not sure.
Okay, I know they're up there.
Yeah.
How are you preparing? Well, not how are you preparing, but what do you have to look for with them?
Pace.
Yeah, just watching some of their games on our own. Just their pace, they play really fast. I think they're like top 10 in the country at points per game or something like that. So their pace, and we just got to control their pace. Just try to. We'll see on tomorrow when we come in and watch film on them. So we'll figure that out tomorrow.
Do you guys like you started playing with more pace this season?
Mhm.
It's a big change John made. Do you guys like playing against teams who play that way?
Yeah, I think so because it's a fast-paced game. You get tired quicker, but at the end of the day, it's a fast-paced game. Every guy that comes into college, they kind of want to play fast. You don't want to play in a slow system. You want to get out and run and take quick shots. So it's a fun game. We just gotta be ready to play.
Tyler, when you're out there, you've obviously been playing with them for a couple of years, but you know, there's little guys out there scoring points. How do you react to that?
Sometimes I just sit there and I'm amazed. Sometimes I'm not gonna lie. I just look. I never seen a little guy like him just go crazy. How he be going crazy?
Do you see the other kids you're playing against too, kind of like look at like what's he doing?
Yeah. I mean, it is what it is. Yeah,
Do you get a kick out of being the little guy that's like scoring with all these big guys?
I mean, I've been the littlest guy on every team I've ever played on ever since I was younger. So it's not unusual for me. So at the end of the day, it's just gotta go out there and play and perform.
Last question for both of you.
Hmm.
What's X mean to this team?
He's a big time addition. Big time addition. Like today, he just does things, the little things that help us win. He didn't really have it scoring, but he had 10 rebounds. He just worked, and he's a workhorse. Also, like Channel Banks, he guarded Justin Turner every time he was in and made him pretty inefficient. So guys like that are just detrimental to our team. Dane Riak protected the paint like no other. He might not make a layup every now and then, but he protects the paint, and he's an anchor of our defense. And if we wouldn't be here if it wasn't for those three guys, especially our young guys as well, because those guys come in and they're ready to play and ready to work. So we wouldn't be here if it wasn't for them. So at the end of the day, it's next man up, and it's just keep working. And those guys are they're keys to the team.
X is a good leader. Somebody I wouldn't say look up to, but he been to where we trying to go. So last year he had a lot of value to the team, and people didn't realize it. Home games he helped us out tremendously, and then when we went on the road, you could tell like his presence was needed because he was our voice. So he helped us in many ways, as he just mentioned. But our bench for the second straight game was huge. DR, Cam, those guys, they've been great. All our guys are like fulfilling their roles, and they're playing at a high level.
See, he didn't play last year.
Yeah.
Was there any inkling of how important he could be on the court this year during?
Yeah, because he was on a scout team every day. So just like the guys that are on scout team now, they help us prepare. And he was on a scout team, and he helped us prepare tremendously. And when you're on a scout team, those guys kind of know the play, so they're able to call it on the sideline, tell us like what's going on. So hearing those guys talking is needed sometimes, especially when like you're so focused, so locked in. Hearing another voice besides your own is what you need. And X and the red shirts that are sitting out this year have been doing that to like the greatest level. So you just gotta appreciate them for it.